The throne room of King Alaric Thorn sat cloaked in shadow. Stone walls rose like tombs around him. Only candlelight flickered, and the sound of a distant clock marked time like a death knell. Alaric sat upon his obsidian throne, hunched, pale, gaunt, a once mighty king, now hollowed by unrest. His beard lay unkempt, eyes crimson from sleepless nights. A golden crown hung heavy upon his brow, yet peace would not kneel to it. It had been a full month since he had declared himself the sole object of praise. He had outlawed all other worship, and yet they still worshiped the God of Israel. A growl escaped his throat. Why? Why does their God prevail where my sword does not? He rose suddenly. The hall echoed with the scraping of his boots. Alaric began pacing, eyes wild, muttering like a man haunted. It is sorcery. Some conjurer hides among them. A witch, a prophet, spreading spells through their songs. He gripped the hilt of his sword. Am I not king? Am I not God to these people? Then the heavy doors creaked open. In strode Commander Braxis, clad in dirt and ash, eyes rimmed with defeat. My liege, he said, voice strained. We have done all that was ordered. We tore their families apart. We dragged fathers to the blade. We burned their homes, every timber, every cradle. We imprisoned their elders. We cut off their wells, their fields, their food. We raised taxes to break their backs. We threatened to seize their firstborn sons. And still, they gather. They sing in the ruins. They worship in the wilderness. They call on his name in prisons, in ashes, in hunger. And somehow their God still provides the very things we have stripped away. Shelter, food, determination, and the will to keep going. Alaric turned away, breath ragged. His knuckles whitened against the stone of his throne. It is rebellion. It is witchcraft disguised as faith. It must be crushed. The commander hesitated. My king, it is not rebellion. It is belief. Alaric's head snapped around. Then I shall make war on belief. He stormed down the steps of the throne, voice booming like thunder. Find me the one who leads them, their shepherd, their prophet, their song leader of defiance. I will drag him before me and make him watch as their God fails them. Silence fell over the throne room once more, but far beyond its cold walls. The people still sang, still prayed, still lifted their hands to the sky. Bring me the man who leads them, the one whose faith stirs rebellion. King Alaric's voice cracked through the hall like thunder. The commander bowed his head. His name is Edward Rowe, my king. That very night, before the commander arrived, Edward dreamed. In his dream, the voice of the Lord spoke clear as dawn. The king will call you. He will ask to see me. I will not appear. He will threaten to slaughter the women and children who believe in me. Tell him this: he must believe that Jesus Christ is Lord. And when he believes, I will enter his heart. At sunrise, Edward Roe was brought before the throne. The air hung heavy. Torches flickered. The king leaned forward, eyes dark. "Kneel before your ruler," he demanded. Edward bowed his head but did not kneel. "I will honor you as king," he said softly, "but I cannot kneel. It would be idolatry before my God." The king leaned forward, his voice sharp. "You will not kneel?" he asked, "even when death itself stares you in the eyes?" Edward's gaze did not waver. "To be absent from the body," he said, "is to be present with the Lord. This world is not my home. My God awaits me on the other side." The hall fell silent. Even Alaric, proud and hardened, felt the weight of those words. He shook it off, but deep within, he silently admired the man's faith. Alaric's rage burned hot. "Then summon your God to me now," he growled, "or I shall have every woman and child who calls upon the name of Jesus slaughtered before the sun sets. And you shall join them as a sign to your people that I will not suffer such defiance from a servant of a silent God." Edward did not tremble. "You cannot summon him, my king, but you can hear him." "How?" Alaric demanded. "You must believe," Edward said. "Truly believe that Jesus Christ is Lord." The king laughed bitterly. "Believe, and he will come? Believe?" Edward nodded once. "Yes, that is all." Alaric waved his hand. "Take him away. I shall think on this madness." That night, the king could not sleep. Rain struck the castle like stones. He walked the halls, haunted by the man's calm. In his chamber, he fell to his knees. "God of Edward Roe," he whispered, "if you are real, show me. I have ruled with blood and fear. I have mocked you. Yet they still sing. I no longer wish to be God. I wish to know the one true God. I believe in your Son, Jesus Christ." The thunder ceased. The fire dimmed. And in that silence, peace entered. A peace no crown could command. King Alaric wept. At dawn, he descended from his castle without his crown. The people stared in fear, expecting wrath. But the king's face shone with mercy. He found Edward Roe among the worshippers. Before all the people, he declared, "I have met the living God. I have believed upon Jesus Christ, and he has changed me." He released the prisoners, restored the homes, fed the hungry, tore down the idols, and ordered sanctuaries built across the land. The servants who once feared him saw the truth. They too fell to their knees, crying out, "Jesus is Lord." For they had seen with their own eyes that his power was real, that his peace was no illusion, and his joy could not be taken. No longer did the king demand worship. He joined the people in it, his voice lifted beside theirs, trembling with awe. I once demanded their praise, he said, but now I give mine to him. And now I am free. And in that kingdom where tyranny once ruled, faith reigned instead, for even a hardened king had bowed before the name of Jesus Christ, the Lord of all.